Now I'm going to introduce someone who made this possible financially. The Smith Family Foundation is well known throughout Massachusetts for their support of people in low-income communities. They support and they empower individuals and families, and we're just so grateful for their generosity here. So I am honored to welcome Selena Miranda. She's the Senior Program Officer for the Foundation.
Thank you, Will. On behalf of the Foundation, it's a pleasure to be here. You know, the family is delighted to have been able to help you out on this effort. And first, I'd like to really acknowledge Will Gardner and his team for obviously making today possible, but also for taking a bold step to start a great school, right? One of the things that we are committed to is actually pursuing educational excellence for all children, and part of our investments are actually dedicated to charter schools like this one. So we were delighted to be able to support the happening of this playground, and I'd be remiss if I don't acknowledge the scholars who were part of my site visit back in the spring. I can't tell you that I've ever talked to grown-ups that were as convincing as these little ones. They knew exactly why they needed a playground, and they were persistent, and they made sure I heard exactly why it was critical that they have it. I couldn't go back to the foundation and not sort of speak on their behalf, because they just did a wonderful job advocating not only for themselves but for their peers. So congratulations to the scholars on making this happen, because it was really their voices that kept me at the table saying, we got to do this one. If we do anything, we got to do this one. And congratulations again to all of you in the community for making this happen. You know, when they said we only need about $30,000, I'm like, are you sure? And they're like, don't worry, we got it. The community's got it. And so congratulations to you for making today happen. I know the kids are going to be thrilled. You're thrilled, right, kids? Yeah? All right. Well, thank you, and thank you for having us be part of the celebration.
So this school, as well as this playground, would not be possible. Would not be possible without the partnership and collaboration of the City of New Bedford, and specifically Mr. Mayor Mitchell, for not only being able to collaborate on this entire site, this school space, and also the building of this playground. And Mayor Mitchell, time and time again, is just making true on his promise to make educational excellence his legacy here. So, Mayor Mitchell.
Thanks, Will. Thank you, Will. Thank you, everybody. Listen, I'll be really brief because I can see a lot of kids right here who are staring at that ribbon, and that ribbon standing between them and that playground. So we adults better get out of the way in a hurry. This is a great event. It's, you know, the opening, any ribbon cutting's fun for, you know, elected officials like Councillor Martins and me. But there's something more fundamental here that's really important for especially the kids to learn, and for all of us really to acknowledge today, and that is, when you do something as important as this, it requires collective action. It requires working together, and this is important. What, you know, as Will was alluding to, this is a chance to exercise. This is a chance to have fun. This is a chance for kids to let off a little bit of steam, which is really necessary to further their education, to enhance their education. It's great. It looks great. It's going to be tons of fun, but it does require, and did require, a lot of people coming together and working very hard and in a focused way. So you guys and your classmates started it off. You had an idea, you wanted to run with it, and you made a persuasive case to the city and to the Smith Foundation, to whom we owe a great debt of gratitude, that this is something that you deserved and that the neighborhood deserved, and that's the way we participate in government and in the life of our communities effectively in America. It starts with an idea, and then you have to speak up and make your case, and that's what you guys did. So you should be really proud of yourselves and remember this day. And then it took the generosity of businesses who want to support you, businesses that aren't just bottom line driven, but really care about our community, are good corporate citizens, and Will listed them all in his remarks. But it's important that we have businesses that are willing to step up, and even when it costs them a little bit of their profit to make things happen, that's a good thing. It pays so much in return in many, many ways. And then it took the hard work of folks who I saw out here 2 weeks ago or so, putting it in the ground. And for those of you who are here, it was really hot, if you remember, and it was about 95 degrees, and yet, you guys came out and made it happen despite the heat. And you have this to show for it. You have a very tangible benefit that will pay off not just this year and the next, but for generations. And so I just want to commend all of you and thank the Smith Foundation, thank Will for his leadership, thank Steve Martins for his advocacy, and thank all of you, all the scholars, for starting with a great idea and running with it. Nice work, and enjoy your playground.
When I first met Steve Martins, we were both volunteering for a program for high school kids in New Bedford in the summer, and that's where I really just developed a relationship of trust with Councillor Martins, because he just has such a passion for the education of youth in this city, and he's been a great advocate for this school. Please welcome Ward 2 Councillor Steve Martins.
Thank you, Will. I won't repeat what's being said, but as the mayor said, I think this might be the first few times in history where the public may not be looking at us, where the kids are looking straight at the playground. They're ready to hear, ready, set, go, and just run and have a great time. But I just want to say this, that I have the opportunity as I live nearby and drive by, that this playground is constantly being used. It's also not just an Alma Del Mar Charter School playground, but it also is a community playground, as Will and the faculty and the scholars have committed to the community of keeping the playground open to the community. I also want to take the opportunity to thank Will and his leadership in this school. I know he works hard each and every single day. I want to thank the faculty here as well, who worked hard in every single day. Please give them a round of applause. There's not many times that we can take the opportunity to thank the hard faculty here. I know how hard that they work, and certainly on behalf of the parents, we appreciate all that you do. I want to thank you as parents for believing in your children, the young scholars who are here today. I can't believe that these young scholars took action themselves. They worked hard. They make their voice heard. I just want to know the secret as a government official, and if that secret can be shared with Mayor Mitchell and I'd love to hear it, because when we advocate, as the saying says, good government takes time. Well, they went out, they voiced their concerns, they wanted a playground, and it was on their side, and it happened really, really quick. I remember first when the idea developed, and then you look the other way, and because of the hard work of the volunteers, the next day the playground was up, and it was great. So to the young scholars, the best advice I can give you is keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up. Keep advocating for what you believe in. Keep sending those letters. I love hearing from you. I know Mayor Mitchell loves hearing from you. And keep asking for more money. We love that. And we love when they give back to the city of New Bedford, like the Smith Family Foundation. We appreciate everything that they have done. Hope everyone has a great school year. Anything that you need, we're always here for you. And please have fun and enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
Okay, now we have two of our very own Alma scholars, Tatiana and Jaylyn Rodriguez, and they are going to cut the ribbon in a moment. And the scholars that you're looking at, these are the future mayors and city councilors and leaders within New Bedford and on behalf of New Bedford. So I'm so excited that they get to do this. I also really want to recognize our incredible operations director, Ms. Meredith Siegel. Ms. Siegel put together this whole project. She helped the scholars to advocate for it. And then during the build itself, I don't think she slept. I think it was 48 straight hours of her being out here and rallying volunteers and making this thing happen. So thank you, Meredith. All right, let's go play.
All right, you guys ready? Don't run with the scissors.
All right, I'll count to 3, guys. Ready?
Hey, Meredith. Meredith. Meredith.
Yep. All right, everybody count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Whee!